There we go. That was odd how that wasn't working. And let's get a little bit of light in here too. That's a little bit better. Alrighty, and because my music isn't working today, you guys all get to watch me work. And I get to actually kind of explain what's going on with what I'm doing here. I'm going to open up my chat programs and do my best to respond to everybody who may be chatting with me. Oh, and I need to get this going up on Watch Me Work too, because Watch Me Work is pretty cool. There we go, Watch Me Work. Let's log in here. Everybody who may be okay. And art and featured. Yes, please. There we go. There we go. So, yes. Here. Still getting set up here. There we go. And so here's my tablet. It's a Yanova instead of a Cintiq because it costs a fraction of the amount of a Cintiq. And you know what? It's just as good. So why pay $2,000 when I can pay $700 and get the exact same thing? Alrighty, so here we go. So as you can see here, I have most of the flat coloring done. Still a little bit more that needs to be finished. So I change my tabs to here. So I'll do a nice little yellow butterfly on here. Here I am like Bob Ross, happy, happy little butterflies. Little charming bush. And a nice little purple butterfly here. Some blue butterflies. The orange monarch butterfly, which is, actually that's what this one is. This one is a monarch. So I'll make that one orange. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of other stuff to talk about. I mean, the stream is pretty quiet most of the time. And I don't get a lot of traffic. Which, mind you, I'm not really complaining about. I mean, it would be nice to have a lot of viewers and all that, but it just takes so much work. And unfortunately, I'm pretty lazy. There we go. Little pink butterfly, and there we go. Oh, hi, kitty cat. Hi. Meow. Oh, you guys might be seeing my cat in a few moments. She's about to jump up. We'll see whether or not she, Hi. Let's see if we can get her up on the desk. Come here. Oh, come here, you fatty. There you go. Hi. Hi. And if she's in a really good mood, she'll show you her cat butt, which I'm sure everybody is just aching to see a cat butt. Not really. Hey, pusscat. That weird noise is my printer. Needs ink. Yes, get your butthole out of my face, kitty cat. Oh, she's happy now. You guys get the cat show. Yeah, the cat butt didn't make it on. Welcome, Smokeness 7-Eleven? Smokin' Ace. There we go. Excellent. Alright, so now that the cat's gone, we can start actually doing stuff on this page. Amazing! So what I'm doing here is I'm using a little bit of blue tone on the skin, on the Caucasian people's skin, because it adds a little bit of translucency to the skin and makes it look like skin. Because skin is many different colors. It's not just usually a solid color. It's patchy, there are like discolored spots and all that. So by adding a little bit of blue, kind of emphasize the fact that there are veins and stuff underneath it. Which is kind of cool. I'm just the colorist of this comic, which is pretty cool because I don't have to do all the other stuff. I can get it done quickly because I have a really hard deadline on this one. The soft deadline was yesterday, which I couldn't even work on it yesterday because it was Halloween and we live in a neighborhood with lots of kids and I have kids, so when you send your kids out for Halloween, you can't exactly not hand out candy because that just makes you a raging hypocrite. Plus this way you get to see all the sweet little costumes. So, just going to soften these a little bit with a little bit of a blend tool. Not overly much, just a little. And now that the blue is softened a bit, I can add the next layer. Oh wait, I forgot to do something in this one. I can do the next layer in a minute. And once I do that, next layer, I can add the highlights and shadows to all these pages, which is pretty sweet. That way it's really going to pop and it's not going to look, you know, kind of awful. So here we go. I'm going to start with first panel, just because it's the easiest one. Might as well just do one at a time. And what I do here is I set the layer to a color burn and the next layer to a color dodge. And starting on color burn, I use a gray color. That gray color with the color burn just gives it a little bit of darkness. got some skin color here for the Asian kid. Depending on the race, you use different colors for highlighting that skin. Like for African Americans, you'll want to use greens because they look better. And with Caucasians, you use blue. And usually with Latinos or Asians or people with an in-between skin tone, I use a purple. And that sort of differentiates them as well in the least possibly racist way. So getting back to this here, I'm just going to do some lines. Oh, that one didn't come out very well, so let's do it like this. There we go. And now at the door. The door here is wood, so what I'm actually going to do is select that area and get out my rough bristle. Because texture is a nice thing. We like texture. There we go. And it looks like the doorknob here is selected as well, so I'm going to fix that. There we go. So there we go. Deselect that, and then we're going to go here and add a little bit of that texture to the walls too. Because it's all wood. Let's see here, I'm going to pop over to watch me work to make sure that, okay, good. And another window here to make sure that I don't have people here talking to me. That's the problem. I should probably just choose one place to stream to and leave it at that, but you never know what people like. So I'm on Hitbox, I'm on Twitch, I'm on Picarto, I'm on YouTube, and I'm on Watch Me Work. And you can find me anywhere on the net as jupejuperocket. I also do custom commissions, so there's that. Oh, and I'm going to, yeah, okay. So going back to my pen tool and staying on this color burn layer, I'm gonna add a little bit of texture to this kid's hair. There's always got to be a ginger kid in a horror slasher, you know? The one with no soul. Which I say because my husband's a ginger kid. Ha 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 ha. And I married someone with no soul. Just adding a little bit of shading to this kid's shirt. And what I do for hair usually is I take the regular bristle brush, fill in the blanks. It's all good. No worries. I appreciate that you're here watching me. Did you just randomly find me on Twitch? A little frame here. Okay. And now we go to color dodge. We start adding the highlights. go. Oh, very cool, very cool. It's kind of cool when people just kind of pop in because they saw me online. So, yeah. Hopefully you like what you see and tell your friends. I try to... Actually, normally I just play music, but today I'm trying something new, mostly because my Pandora is not working for me today. It's being difficult and temperamental. So next we're just going to go here, over top of that, and take a regular paintbrush, and just do a, you know what, this one here we'll take above there. Color dodge, please. And that way we get a little bit of shine on there. So yeah, there's the first panel. What I might do as well is, excellent, just add a little bit of light in there. So what I'm going to do is go back to my color burn and my brush, and we're going to go back to we're going to go to a darker color, like so. Just add a little bit of color in there for lighting, and of course, back to the swatches, the gray, and get some depth on that doorknob. So there we go, there's the first panel. And now we have some psychotic stuff. Psychotic stuff happening now. Which is fun. This is kind of a neat comic. Really enjoyed working on it. Look at that. You know what? For some reason, let's start with the color burn, just to see how that looks. Why is that so dark? No, it's because it needs to be that. There we go. And just gotta go manually for all of these. There we go. Excellent. So just gotta get the stuff like that, and then select that there, and just make the brush a little bigger again. Oh, bristle rough, not regular bristle. There we go. Get the axe going through the wall. You know, I think this would scare the living shit out of me if, you know, it happened. I never did go to proper summer camp, but I imagine that there would have been all kinds of cliche stories, and imagine if it came true. Probably piss myself, you know, before I got killed. How embarrassing. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. So let's go back here again and check out what's going on with that. Oh, I know what's going on with that. Need to go back to the brush and to the dark color. There we go. That's fine. Okay, and now I just need to work on the axe. Let's go back to the proper gray color. And of course the axe has to be super sharp, and you usually show that with a little bit of highlight. Alright, pedal 2 done. Now for the big one. Alrighty, so let's start up here with the wood. Okay, so what is that layer? Didn't mean to do that. So there you go, fix that. Yep, mistakes happen, but luckily they are easy to fix. So here we go, color burn. There's a lot of wood texture in this, so we're actually going to use this quite a bit. I'm just going to make sure I do everything in the right direction so that it doesn't look wrong. It's like in Wall-E, where Mo just goes, wrong! I don't know, I like that. I say it all the time like that. Wrong! Wrong. Just gotta make sure not to accidentally hit any of these buttons on the selection tool down here. So I'm not sure what all of them do, I just know what some of them do. should really play around with that and get to know it better. Just started using this program by the seat of my pants, but I like to think I have a pretty good grasp on how to do most things in it. Oh, there's more up here. It says Clip Studio Paint, and it is a pretty darn cool program. I do like using it more than Photoshop. Photoshop makes me nutters. Even though I had been using Photoshop for a really long time. I'd rather not say how long because then you folks will have an idea of just how old I am. Old stuff is old. Okay, let's see here. Let's go back to this tool. This is just a regular pen brush, like an inker brush. And it's part of a series of brushes that I had at one point downloaded and purchased. And let me tell you, it was the best 15 bucks I ever spent. Because it just made everything so much better. There we go. So I'm making the blue behind the umpire mask a little darker so that the front stands out a little better. And I can also do the same with the brown. The brown behind can be a little bit darker than the brown in front. So let's go here. There, now that's standing out nicely. Perfect. There we go. And make it a little darker down here. And of course the axe. There we go. And what else do we have here? Oh. And let's just check in Discord for a minute. Oh. Dr. Chet Bigginston may be popping into a place to check on this as well. So anyway, getting back to this. Keep getting distracted by shiny things. That is the problem with working from home. Just way too much shiny. Actually, that looks like a screw, so let's just go on the top here and color in that screw. There we go. It's amazing how that could just be changed so easily. Oh, the magic of digital art. Am I right? There we go. So there we go. More here. A little more there. There we go. So I'm just going to make this a little bit darker. We're going to revisit this here. And make all the wood in the foreground a little darker because we're not going to pay much attention to it, so it can be a little bit darker. Whenever something's in the foreground, you want it to be thicker, just so that it's not as noticeable. You want to pay more attention to the finer details. A little bit here, a little bit behind him. There we go. Let's go back to this gray. Make this a little bit darker down here. And now for the skin. This guy's skin needs to be shaded. This arm can be darker. There we go. It's funny because I normally just talk to myself but have the music going, but it's neat to be sharing my insanity ramblings with you guys across all my platforms. There we go. And I am aware that I don't color the proper, quote-unquote proper way compared to the way the pros do it, but you know what? I think that if you find a way to do something, and that if you're decent at it, or good at it, either way, then you should keep doing it that way. And that as long as it looks good, that's all that really matters. Execution doesn't necessarily matter. It's like if you can hunt and peck and you type 60 words a minute by hunting and pecking, then there's nothing wrong with that. So, there we go. Okay, and now a little bit of the red on here. A little bit of sharpness on that. And little bits of highlights on here just so that we can see which wood is in front, which wood is behind, what wood should we pay attention to, all that stuff. Okay, and now we just need to add some highlights to this. There we go. Color burn, make the skin darker because it's behind. And yeah, continue on. There we go. Awesome, awesome. A little bit of lighting on that one. And the final thing that I'm going to do here, it's a little cheat, but it's a common thing to do, is cheat. Just make sure that I don't have very much more lines and stuff. There we go, and just a little bit of color burn up here. We'll give him blue eyes. There we go. So there is, I guess I'll call it the money shot because he's, surprise, cocked eggs. Put a little bit of, there we go. And then a little bit up here too. Yep, sup bitches. Wah, smash. Those kids be toast. Oh, that's the wrong color on there. Oh, let's just get some undos around here. There we go. There we go. Just adding a little bit of that. And because it is a murder scene, we're going to go up to layer 4. Get some red in there. Underneath the other layers, of course. And go back to this. The color. There we go. A little bit of shading on those. So there we go. There is the second last one. And now the last panel of this page. Ooh, my foot. Ow, 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 ow. Eek. This is the butterfly, the pretty butterfly. And start with a little bit of selecting the blood. And I'm going to take a different type of brush here. A watercolor brush. Or it's random. Okay. Give it a moment to finish doing its thing. Okay, you can finish now. It's being slow. Well, while that does its thing, it's 9:45. Oh, my hour is almost up. Oh, I finished. Okay. So now we go here to another layer on top. Decrease this size because, oh my god, that was slow. And add a little bit of blood splatter in there. And now we want to go to the other brush. Go to airbrush and a droplet spray. Make this even redder. Make this smaller. There we go. There we go. There we go. So that is some blood. Need to add a little bit of another layer up there. So we're going to do our little cheat again. and fill in a couple little bits. There we go. That looks a little better. So, back up to these layers, back over to that. We're on color dodge first, so let's do the color dodge bits on the butterfly. Get a nice, happy little butterfly. There we go. And now the color burn behind it. So, for anybody who lives in Ontario or the northern United States near like Michigan or Ohio or whatever, I will be in London, Ontario for a 2-day convention starting on Saturday, Forest City Comic Con. And I will be doing commissions and selling prints and generally being up to no good, which is what I do at shows. I'm definitely up to no good. Where the hell is that brush? There it is. This page was easy to do. Let's just do one more color dodge. Brush. And we'll take the blood splatter and not have that colored by that. So here we go, there's a page. So we're just going to save it real fast. I'm going to save it in a web size format. I'm going to save it in a TIFF format. Blood Red Summer, page 5. And we're going to get started on another page. Because why the hell not? So first thing I'm going to do, set that to multiply, get a layer going. There we go. Putting a layer in here. That looks like the right wood. There we go. So just gonna fill that up. Oh, motherfucker. Alright, there we go. There we go. That looks better. And the floor is gonna be lighter. Slightly warmer color. So let's make sure that the rug's gonna stay one color. Poor lovesick Cole. There we go. There we go. I'll put that up there. Let's see. Nope, that one's not fine. So where's the hole? Is that the hole in it? No, I believe that was. Yes, it was. But there's a hole in the table somewhere too. There it is. Perfect. Okay. Because this is camp, we're gonna go with some really ugly green curtains. Since it's tranquil pine, green should be fine. There we go. There we go. And for the rest of it, we'll make it there we go. I am freaking tired. Did not sleep well last night. Let's see here. Looks like we're reaching the end of today's stream. So I will thank anybody who tuned in, and whether it's before or after the stream was over, since the video is available to be watched as well. And feel free to tune in again sometime to my stream. If I start getting an actual viewer base, I might actually start holding contests and doing on-the-spot commissions for people, which I think I would really, really enjoy. Because number one, you get some art out of it, and number two, I can pay my bills, which is always a bonus to be able to pay your bills. A little bit of brown behind this here just to tie it in with the walls. So yeah, I'm just going to let this go for 5 more minutes, and then that's going to be that. And I'll stream again soon. Alright, let's get some table action in here. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, this is supposed to be in the 80s. I wonder why there's a laptop. There weren't many laptops in the 80s. Maybe it's not in the 80s, but I totally thought it was because of the guy's haircut. I mean, look at this black guy. Look at his hair, Derek. Derek's hair is totally 80s. Yeah. He gets fucked. Totally gets effed up the A. Alrighty. So, that's that. I am going to take a little bit of a breather. And possibly, excuse me, stream again in the future. So, have a great day. And tune in again another time. Alrighty. And ciao.